I'm an ally. What can I say?
I'm an ally. I'm just very passionate about being an ally.
Oh man. All right, we're recording, we're live. I mean, not
Yes,
live,
sir.
but as live as we can be. Welcome, one and all, the Bench Player Podcast with Jordan and Brandon. We are off a successful video. We posted a video. Everyone got engaged with the rappers that fell off or didn't meet expectations.
Hmm.
The we put together a list of 5 rappers who we thought, didn't live up to the hype, didn't do enough with the opportunity. And I think we'll just start off this episode kind of going into the comments because we got a lot of engagement between the both of us and the wild shit that we say. You really got the internet stirring up because you put Ja Rule on your list of rappers that fell off. And it seems like people are, it was the title of the video was
Yeah.
falling off or didn't meet expectations.
I just want to
And
say,
and that's subjective, right?
I just want to say, Ja Rule had multiple platinum albums. Did you not see him try to perform at halftime at the Milwaukee Bucks concert? I guess not. That's he fell off. It's over with. Like, what are we talking about?
Like, I think people really stuck with the falling off part of it. And they were saying, well, Ja Rule was at the top of the game at one point. Like, yeah, but if you really look at like the calendar dates, okay, he had his 2 best albums came in, was it 2000, 2001, something like that? You're talking about a 2, 3 year run, a 2, 3 year run for Ja Rule. And all we were saying, or I guess what I anticipate you were saying is, I thought he would still be a factor for years to come.
You don't have to like stay at the top. Like he climbed Mountain Kilimanjaro, right?
Yeah, he was up there.
Fell off the top to the ground. And you could have just like started walking down slowly. That would have been cool. He jumped to the trees
Yeah, and
down to the
see,
like, come on now. What are you
right
talking
when he started beefing with everybody,
about? Which you beef with the wrong one.
he beefed with 50 and M, and that was kind of it at that
So
point.
let's forget that. He beefed with 50. Mistakes were made. You never beef with 50 ever.
So I'm gonna get to the comments, and we are going to just sort of, I guess, respond, give our 2 cents of the interaction that we've been getting on this video. Now, again, rappers who fell off or didn't meet expectations. A name that was circulating that I really liked, Wiz Khalifa.
Mm.
I
I can
like I like that. No, Wiz Khalifa's run was like longer than Ja Rule's run.
somehow, yeah.
I mean, like,
But Wiz
it's a
Khalifa,
different type of rapping, but still.
but one thing it's hard about Wiz Khalifa, he has such a solid core fan base that when
Right,
he falls
yeah.
off, like he's still good. Like it's
The
all right
potheads are going to show up for Wiz
every time.
every time. And I want to give your opinion on this. Someone said, how come nobody said Childish Gambino or Kid Cudi?
Um, Childish Gambino, I'm no,
Like,
sorry.
I never thought that Childish Gambino was ever at the top of anything or
Like
was
I was just
going
like,
to be at
oh,
the top.
cool. He makes some decent music, cool, and that was it. Like that was no.
Yeah, I like him
Kid
better when he
Cudi,
sings than when he raps.
Kid Cudi, 100% legitimate. Kid Cudi ended up being a cornball, which was not my favorite thing in life.
And
You
you're
know,
a huge Cudi guy.
I was a huge Cudi guy. You know,
Yeah.
there's a point in time in life where we started getting exposed to our artists and losing that one-on-one or losing that mysterious factor. It's the biggest mistake ever. Like I never want to see Kid Cudi talk ever again. Do you try to see him jump off a stage?
I
He
no, I got tickets to his world tour concert
he like
with
broke both his ankles.
yeah, I bought tickets to his concert with Pusha T and Earth Gang, and he broke his heel, and now I can't go, and it's canceled.
Did nobody tell bro he was 40 years old? Like I need nobody got that memo. Just because you got pink hair, big dog, you still 40. That body knows you're 40. It's a
No matter
wrap.
what color, no matter what dye you put in your hair, those ligaments,
You look
40.
trendy, my brother. Them ligaments feel every year. It's over with.
You had some agreements, Chance the Rapper. Someone commented definitely Wale.
Oh yeah. See, I'm telling you, you gotta look at it how it's broken down.
I guess it's just She Be Me. The YouTuber She Be Me said definitely Wale. So shout out.
Shout out.
Um,
Oh my dog.
yeah. Someone commented the inner accent or the inner ascent commented and said Mike Jones. Who Mike Jones? A Houston legend. That could definitely be one.
Eh.
Oh, you
Well,
don't
okay.
like
No, no, no. Mike
you
Jones
hate
is
no
Mike
you,
Jones.
you hating the school school.
Don't get confused. Mike Jones is Mike Jones, but I get it.
um another one. This one's super interesting. Someone said honorable mention. Some the YouTuber and he never came back 7117. Get some help, sir. But honorable mention Lupe Fiasco. Here's the interesting thing with Lupe. Okay. Now, obviously, you're from the South. I'm from the South.
Right.
Nobody listens to Lupe. Not a soul. Okay. I
Which is
move.
crazy because Chicago is almost the South. Like we
I
can
moved to the Midwest. Okay. Lupe is like they think he's the GOAT up here. They're like Lupe Fiasco is the best rapper to ever live. And I'm not exaggerating.
Lupe has an album coming, and Lupe's still nice. That's
It's just
Lupe.
like that weird
Like
rap at this point.
he like went off to do something else with his life.
Like he
Can
was
you
like,
count
isn't
that
he
as
a
falling off?
professor or some shit? Didn't he like
No,
teach
he like
rap?
I don't know, man. He like went to go be Jackie Chan, bro. It's over with. Like I don't understand. Can you fall off if you just decide to do something else?
That's so that's my childish Gambino take was he would like to do movies and TV shows better,
Like he
and he's
decided,
really good at that.
yeah, he decided to do something else. I don't know if that's falling off. I guess you can musically fall off. I guess that's a
How
whatever.
about Kodak Black? How do
You
you
can
feel
never
about
count.
that in that context?
No.
You don't like it? You feel like it's too early? Maybe
Yeah, it's too early.
like he's still kind of in it right now.
You can get a bop off right now.
He
And
could get a bop off, yeah.
he did let you
Um,
know that he's taking less perks nowadays. So that's improvement, I guess.
and that was Implode 9186 at Kodak Black, and then your here name here 907 said Ja Rule always sucked. Never at any point was he any good. How did he even make this list of people who almost didn't suck? That might be
So,
your boy. That might be
bro,
your boy.
if you're 15, that's on you. I don't know what to tell you. You missed the Ja Rule
Like,
era.
no,
Ja
there's
Rule was
one
history.
thing.
Ja Rule
One,
was history. Let's not do
yeah,
that. Let's
yeah.
not do
There's the one thing that I don't, and all the jokes, and we make fun and we try to ruffle some feathers. Nobody is saying Ja Rule wasn't him at one point. Nobody's saying that because
you
you'd be
can't.
stupid to say
It's
that.
impossible.
Like you'd be so dumb to say that. We're just saying, or at least you're. I'm trying to put like your take on me. Like I said it. I didn't say it, but
You can't take off. It's all right. I know you're trying.
like what you were saying was you thought he was going to dominate for a while, and it didn't
Absolutely.
happen. And it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
And that's it. Out of all the things,
Completely
um,
normal reaction.
and getting so yeah, love all the interaction on that video and all the comments. That was super cool. I kept checking my phone, and there was like a new comment every few minutes, and that was definitely fun to see. As that was our first episode, and so now we building off of it. Episode 2, we really in here right now. Um, One thing we talked about last week that I kind of want to take a break from because we kind of milked it. I think I posted like 6 videos of it. Drake and Kendrick beef. That's kind of it's in a lull right now, and
Eh,
everyone has their decided winners at this point. Uh, you're like everybody got an opinion.
yeah, no, everybody can have an opinion, but a winner's a winner.
Dude, speaking of this is off script. This is off agenda. I saw a video, and I talked about him last pod. Maul from Rory and Maul.
Mm-hmm.
They did a game with him where they said, okay, who raps better, this guy or Drake? They named some crazy names. Kendrick. It was like Royce, Lupe. He's like Drake, Drake, Drake. He said Drake for everything. He's like, Maul said, and I quote, the only rapper that could rap better than Drake is Hove, period.
That's 1,000% incorrect.
That
But
is
hey,
who
man, I just want to put out there. if OVO starts signing me checks, I'm gonna be so much worse. I just want to be clear. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
if
Drake
you
been getting
show
bars off
up,
on Jesus. It's
if you show up next pod with the OVO sweatsuit
like
and the
full beanie.
headband, just like, what do you mean?
I don't understand.
Just
I,
all your whole background is like a Drake cutout, and you
I
got
have a
all the
Canada flag
vinyls.
right behind me.
You're like, what? Did you do something different with your room? Nah, it's been like this.
I've been on this wave. A
Whoo, whoo. That's the owl. So,
nah, bro. Things will change, and I'm not ashamed. It's okay.
no, man. I saw that video and I was like, man, I really want to stop talking about this Drake and Kendrick stuff until something new happens. But then I saw that video and I'm like, I gotta tell Jordan, like,
This
this
is
is crazy. Because, like, I mean, at least he's standing in it, right?
I mean,
If
check
you're
some
gonna
money,
hop
right?
on it, at least spin and do tricks, right?
Facts.
Hey, yo, no
If
pause. I'm sorry.
you're gonna hop on it, do the best.
Yeah, like give it your best go. Like don't just half-ass it. But the only thing that I'm gonna say, Drake, Kendrick beef related, I'll get it out the way early. Lil Wayne was doing a concert and they played the Not Like Us record as he was getting ready to come on stage,
Mhm.
which I think was super interesting. I can almost guarantee you that Wayne forever has had this stance that he does not know what's going on in hip hop and that he just listens to himself and no one else. So
Yeah.
I don't even think Wayne knew what
Wayne's
song
name
was
is
playing.
name. His name was in the song.
Like I don't think he even knows. Didn't he? I thought he thought 21 Savage was a group at
Yeah,
some point.
he thought it was a group.
Yeah, so I
You gotta
don't.
appreciate that. But Wayne has
It
shown no support to Drake this whole process. So I'm excited.
Nobody has, and I think the only person that's really spoken up was recently Yachty, and he
Y'all didn't
was
even speak up for him. He's like, hey man, you
Drake.
win some, you lose some.
Well, Drake said he was. I mean, Yachty said Drake was set up to lose,
Yeah.
and I don't. I
But
guess I
then
get the concept of that.
he said that, and then he said, but nobody won or nobody lost. Once again,
No,
the OVO checks is crazy, bro.
no,
Give me points.
you gotta save the relationship.
No, I
Um,
trust me. If you're gonna save a relationship with anybody in the music industry, it should be.
it better be Drake, right?
I understand. I'm not faulting anybody.
No, someone definitely lost, and the comments on our content have not a single Drake supporter,
Yeah,
not a
that's
single one. It was like, let's just admit Kendrick got it and move on. I'm
okay.
not saying I agree or I don't. I'm saying it was fun for the fans, right?
That's a good way to put it.
Kendrick won.
Sure.
Um, so speaking of Wayne, I figured we stay on this trend of doing our fives, right? Our list of fives. It was fun last time. Our best content came out of it. So we're gonna keep doing it. Okay. On the concept of Lil Wayne, I wanted to hear your top five Lil Wayne songs. This was really fun to do. And I wonder where we got. So give me your five to start off the list.
All right. So this was difficult, right? Because
It was
Wayne,
hard. I
a
have about three
massive
in that five
catalog.
spot.
He's a massive catalog.
It's huge.
Um, Pause. Uh,
Whoa. Yeah.
all right.
Man.
Throwing huge in there was crazy.
No, that
But I'm gonna start off, and some of these are which obviously it's my list, it's personal.
yeah,
Just
right. Same. Yeah.
it matches the era I was in. For five, I feel like dying.
Ooh, yep.
That's number five for me.
I appreciate that. Kind of same time frame. Five, I got I'm Me.
Okay.
I got I'm Me at five. I'll do I have an honorable mention later, and I can't go without saying it because it's on an album. No one, I think I'm the only person that just uber loved it. But yeah. So I got I'm Me at five. Up to four, I got Mona Lisa
Okay.
with Kendrick.
I love that song.
Outstanding story, his best storytelling record.
Yeah.
Period.
I almost
Um,
debated putting that on my list, so I understand.
yeah. So I got Mona Lisa at four. What you got?
For four, I don't know if this belongs there. I got Go DJ.
Oh yeah, of course, right?
It's a very simplistic record for Wayne. It's early in his career.
Monumental.
It's when I hear that, I just get a bounce that I can't control.
That Manny Fresh bounce.
Yeah, it's special.
Yep.
For three, I'm gonna go Hustler Music.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's a little low. Lil.
that's low to you. Well, once again, time
You'll see
frame,
where it's at on my list and you'll get it.
time frame. What's going on, when it happened.
Of course. Of course.
It'll make sense later on. I'll put it like that.
Okay. Three, I got Hit 'Em Up off Carter 2.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like that.
no, just just one of my favorite Wayne records. Makes me feel like I'm about to rob somebody.
Facts.
Um, so we're on two. Okay, so number two, I got a Millie at two.
Mm,
Okay,
I too have Amelia too.
let's go. Oh,
I
we,
like it.
I
Just
like
top
it.
tier rapping, crazy beat.
Right. No,
It's that simple.
it could be one, but it feels too easy to put it at one. So
Okay.
I went with the one record that I like better. So give me your one.
For one, I have Fireman.
Oh yeah.
Special moment. Video was shot in Houston. Fun
Oh,
fact.
there you
Uh,
go. Give him
so
some info.
yeah, no, look, somebody's gonna look it up like, no, it wasn't.
No, it
Shut
wasn't.
up. All right.
Ja Rule.
In my life, it was born in Houston. Or shot in Houston. But no, it's a you know how people kind of have like that theme song?
Mhm.
That was my theme song when I was playing football back then.
You were the fireman.
I made a fake highlight tape, and that was in the background. Uh
Do you have it still? Can
hell,
we get clips?
hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's too raw for the internet. Uh
You were the fireman?
yeah, no, that shit made rounds in my household by just me. Uh
You went platinum domestically in the
nah,
crib?
yeah, hella platinum. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be one.
Yeah. My one is Hustler Music.
Oh,
It's
well,
my favorite Wayne record. So smooth.
mhm.
Um, I almost the nostalgia mixed with everything. It's just um, it's one of Wayne's most soulful records,
Yeah.
and the layered chorus. I mean, I can go on and on. It's just so smooth of a record. One of my favorite rap songs. Period. So that's our five. I like it. I like
Honorable
it.
honorable mentions. Let me hear it.
Okay, my honorable mention is off Carter 4, which is so I'm a little younger than you. Carter 4 was like
Damn.
freshman year in high school for
Bro
me.
said bro said I was not born in
No,
1850.
because I mean, I think because the Carter 4, it kind of you were probably out either tail end of high school or were getting ready to start adulting. And me, I was a freshman and literally Carter 4, President Carter. President Carter, the beat, this they sample fucking President Carter's actual speech when he was getting sworn in, and Wayne's verses on that record is absolutely he goes literally insane. Another smooth record, but yeah, President Carter off of Carter 4 is one of my favorite Wayne records. Another one that always has a soft spot is La La off of Carter 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
that's such a fun record. And if we were trying to get like silly, you could do like the Watch My Shoes freestyle.
I'll be
But
honest with you. The first thing I thought was like, let me go to this tape and see if I could add something. Just because I love it. That tape was such a special moment when it
yeah,
dropped.
like the ice cream paint job freestyle was
Crazy.
amazing. But I didn't want to. I want to take his records. You know.
Yeah.
Do you have any honorable mentions? Ones
No,
that
no,
maybe you thought? I was
I'm
thinking maybe
cool.
Mr. Carter would make one of our lists.
Yeah.
Name Mr. Carter. Okay. Um. So speaking on I mean, do you want to get to our second top five or do you want to get into Diddy? That's crazy.
Why would you say that?
I don't like,
Like,
do you want to get into Diddy?
chill out, bro. Like it's
No, like not like that. Diddy's nowhere near us. Like, trust me. So, do you want to go back to back top fives? Do you want to do top five Diddy and then
I don't
go?
like you using like anything that has to do with Diddy and like back forward in
Okay,
no
you want to
directions for
go
Diddy.
Puffy Combs,
That's crazy still.
I mean, let's take it. Let's just to break up the top fives. Let's get
Okay.
into this gentleman. Jordan, take it away. Your segment.
Well, all right. Diddy's a piece of shit. End quote. Uh, Video coming out of him beating the life out of Cassie. It was just crazy. Cassie already came out, sued him. He paid up within seconds, it felt like. So you kind of had an idea something was there. But for him to come out and he put that quote out, this lawyer, that people are just looking for a payday, and for this to come out, bro, I don't want to see your apology video. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and I honestly, 50 Cent has been such a fantastic commentator throughout this whole process. He had that one joke. He was like, why are the Combs, why aren't they drugging women? Like, how are you supposed to build a connection that way?
It's crazy.
Funny but not funny. But he also actually, in the midst of his comedy, had a good point where he said he thinks that like the feds put out this footage because they can't char this where this incident happened in 2016 doesn't fall in the frame of any suits that he has going on. So
Yeah.
therefore, it's out of the timeline. They can't be charged with it.
It's almost pointless to put out unless,
But it can make him look super shitty,
yeah,
and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
everything's true now.
So
And
all of the jurors or whoever makes these decisions, the judge can be like, they're saying you did this. Well, I know that you did this.
bro, all you got to do is bring Cassie up as a witness. It's over with. It's over.
Yeah,
And
no,
I hope
it's
take your ass to. Well, it's just these are civil suits, so
yeah,
I need all that money.
it's definitely hard to maintain any type of innocence or any sense of clearing your name at this point, because now that this is out, you're bottom of the barrel. Like, you're at the bottom right now.
And then
Nobody's on your side except maybe your yes men.
and your son making, which his son made a diss song.
Did you? I haven't heard it. I saw it, but I didn't hear it.
How do I put this? We do a lot of talk about not snitching in hip hop.
Yeah, of
Why are you
course.
snitching on yourself? I don't understand. Like that's what are we doing here? Oh
He
yeah, the
snitched on
search the house
himself.
next. We bought the house next door. It's really over there. Bet. Let's go over there and get the video. Like, what are we doing?
I didn't know he snitched on himself.
He snitched on himself. And then this video came out a few days later. They said, "Oh, you want to play with us? Bet. Watch what happens."
Oh my god! I literally saw that his son posted a track, and I thought, I'm not gonna get into this bullshit, and I avoided it because I'm like, this is gonna be the worst thing I've ever heard. Is that bad? Like, it was everything I anticipated it being.
It's bad. And he snitched on himself. And he's trying to go at 50 out of all people.
And 50's just having a field day with this shit
50
because
will be petty the rest of your life.
50 has been on record for so long saying Diddy's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
he's saying Diddy was trying to take me shopping. He's like, why the fuck you want to take me shopping? Like, why do I
that was
want to
like a
go?
decade ago.
Like, I'm saying, no, that's crazy. It's truly terrible because if we're taking all the allegations and what we know out of it, Diddy was a staple in hip hop, and now he's
A staple,
absolutely no good. And
staple
yeah,
to his.
it honestly, it hurts hip hop, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it just, for
It's not like a,
anybody,
yeah.
yeah,
It's like
anybody
this.
who's been on the fence about hip hop is like, oh, that's what they're doing over there. And
Yeah.
that absolutely sucks. And you know me, I'm always trying to get some people in hip hop's corner, and this sucks. This
Yeah.
absolutely sucks. I complain about people using hip hop and leaving hip hop, but this definitely does not look good right now. And I mean, he said he's sorry,
Fuck him.
literally. And
Wait, what?
well, hey,
This
I'm
whole episode
saying,
pause.
I was at the record store, and uh the the album with All About the Benjamins on it It's been looking at me, and I've always wanted to buy it, but I never did. Now I know why.
There you
Now
go.
I know why.
Can I ask you this?
What's up?
With the stain on Diddy, does this any way, shape, or form have an effect on BIG's legacy?
Um,
He's just so
I,
heavily involved in his career.
that's a good question. I'm gonna say
Because
I'm
anytime you
gonna
put on a Diddy song, guess who you hear?
yeah, I'm gonna err on the side of maybe younger Diddy wasn't as crazy as super duper money to the ceiling rich Diddy that he is now. Because
That
if you think about it, Diddy, if you know the Biggie history, right? Like Diddy brought in Biggie when he was just starting to build
yeah,
something big, right? So there was no like pinnacle, they were still climbing whenever Biggie unfortunately passed. So I'm going to err on the side of maybe things weren't as weird then as they are now.
I
I
just
think the type of weirdness that Diddy was on, I think you acquire over time.
that's I don't know. And you might be right, but it's if some okay, obviously him beating Cassie is terrible, right?
The worst. Yeah.
But if some of these other allegations are also true, some of that his voice on songs is going to be weird.
That is
That's
true. You already know how I feel about R. Kelly being on the chorus of Go Getta with Jeezy. That's one of my favorite songs. It's
so
weird.
so
It's weird. But yeah, no, that's a good question. But I just leave Biggie alone.
I know.
Leave
I'm a
Biggie
huge
alone.
Diddy fan, so like
Yeah.
part of me wants to act like it doesn't exist.
Right. Definitely hearing Diddy, seeing Diddy, it's definitely gonna be super weird because I can't remember. Maybe if you can remind me, I can't remember any prominent face in hip hop that there's just proof of you being a piece of shit. Like there was obviously, I mean, Chris Brown was R&B, but there was like Rihanna's pictures, but there was no like video of it happening,
Yeah,
right?
when you see it happen, it's a little different.
It's so different.
It makes it,
The disregard of life at that
and
point.
the fact that it was in the middle of a hotel, like not a lobby, but
Broad
right,
day.
like you clearly have no problem with doing this. Imagine what's happening in private.
That's
That's kind of
that's the scary thinking behind it.
yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have nothing else to add, just that it really sucks that this happens. And I feel like ironically it was coming at a time where people were starting to give Diddy his flowers.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird? Like it was, and I'm
put
not
out
trying to
that
say this is
album.
like a setup job or anything, but people were just starting to. I mean, real hip hop people know, Diddy, Biggie, Mace, Locks. Like we all know that, right? But people in a prolonged sense, we're starting to understand Diddy's had his hand in a lot of shit and has made a lot of sounds and has whoa, yeah. This is getting hard, man.
Jesus Christ! All right,
So no, so what else?
all on everything.
No, so what I was he was people were starting to get his flowers. He came out with the R&B album that was pretty good. Everyone liked the R&B album, and then this shit happens. It's unfortunate, but he
Feel bad
deserves
for
whatever.
Jazzy, who was really on the
Right.
cover with Diddy behind, and then now it's
It's over.
you got to sit low and get away from him. That's all you can do.
Yeah. He deserves whatever he's going to get coming to him, and it's just super unfortunate. And I was telling you, I was saying we bumping Cassie all weekend, and you were like, Diddy's probably getting paid from that too. He's probably making every cent off of me and you.
Yeah, 100%. He write the song?
Wrote it, produced it,
No,
put
it's
it
great.
out, signed her.
No, we
Yeah.
just
I like that record too. All right, let's get to more positive stuff. I'm just gonna just so the feds don't see Diddy in my notes, I'm gonna go ahead and just delete that. So I want this is super fun. This is a super fun one that I always want to ask everybody this question, and that's what are the top 5 albums in your life that kind of molded what you like in music, your music taste, if you will. I always
okay.
wanted to ask everybody, right? We're doing hip hop only. Obviously, there's a bunch of R&B albums. There's some Michael Jackson albums that I could throw on here, but I want to keep it hip hop for the sake of hip hop because it's damaged with Diddy. So let's keep it hip hop. Top 5 albums that molded your music taste. Give me your five. What you got?
All right. So for five,
And make it. Give me your explanation. Like, let's get into this. Let's make it like a therapy session. Let's go.
I got Nellyville.
Oh yeah, because y'all's from the same neighborhood, right?
It's no, I'm not from
Yeah, I thought
my
you.
family's from St. Louis.
Wait,
So
I thought
but
you didn't
no,
have the band-aid on the cheek.
I definitely had the band-aid that you get on some point. Like I'll be honest with you. But Nellyville, huge artist, very versatile album, very melodic, and that was new to
Mhm.
me at that point in time in my life. So to hear somebody that was from the South have such melodic music, and then just smash hits on there, I just from top to bottom. Never forget, my sister bought that CD. I stole it from her. Shout out to my sister. Uh, but you really got a chance to deep dive into that. And like I said, huge hits, very melodic, and you kind of got a few different sounds on there.
Yeah, no, Nelly definitely a huge part of my music growing up and yours as well. Five, I'm gonna yo, if you're not from Houston, you're not gonna understand this one, and I understand it. Five, I got Chameleonaire Sound of Revenge.
Mm,
Look, so when I was elementary school, there was a collective in Houston, Swisha House. We all know that. And they put out these What It Do mixtapes. And it's a mixtape. It had like the Mountain Dew logo, but it says What It Do, something that we say or people said in Houston a lot. And it was just a 60 track mixtape of just 30-second freestyles, 5-minute freestyles, and just hearing Chameleonaire. And I'm again third grade. Like, what do I know about anything? I was like, this is crazy. My older brother had those mixtapes. He also had Chameleonaire, Sound of Revenge, and I obviously recognized the voice from the mixtape. Um, just loved that album. Definitely didn't sound like Houston music. Chameleonaire was kind of doing something different. It wasn't the kind of swinging and banging stuff that we were used to hearing from guys like, Lil Flip, Lil Kiki, Paul Wall, stuff like that. His was kind of more just different, and I appreciated that. So yeah, Sound of Revenge, Chameleonaire at five. Number four, um, I feel corny bringing it up, but it is what it is. I got Eminem, The Eminem Show, my favorite Eminem album. Um,
shocker.
yeah, here we go. The White Guy. Um, yeah, Eminem Show. It's my favorite Eminem album. To be honest, when I go back and listen to Eminem now, the the older stuff kind of is a cringe to me. Like
Yeah.
when he's talking about, you know, you know, walking a dog with his head chopped off, and just like the weird, running
M's
around
music,
naked, grabbing your dick stuff.
M's
Uh,
music did not age well at all.
yeah, I was talking to an older gentleman and who was a big hip hop head, and he was telling me a lot of Eminem's younger stuff was shock factor. And when
Yeah.
it wears off, you're kind of like, oh. But with that being said, I thought the Eminem show took a break from like the super dramatic and like graphic stuff. Like it was actually just like rapping, like hip hop shit was the Eminem show, and that's why I appreciate it more. Um, songs like Soldier, Till I Collapse, more just hip hop stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my fourth. What you got?
All right. So this is a cheat code.
Uh
You,
oh.
you're gonna tell me it's a cheat code. You tell me it doesn't count. I don't care.
Uh oh.
Uh, I'm going with Miseducation of Lauren Hill.
This has been fun. This has been the Bench Player Podcast. We'll catch you next time.
We actually
How
had this conversation before.
That's crazy.
I don't
Yep.
care. I don't
Go.
care.
Do your
Like I
thing.
said,
Do your
great
thing.
story told throughout the album. Amazing. Lauren Hill's just incredible. I love Lauren Hill. You know this.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's nobody better.
but I don't care what you think. Third, I'm gonna go with Stankonia.
Yep.
Never forget, my dad had this album, and we listened to it. It's just was so different. It's the first thing I heard in
Right.
music that was just so off the wall different. But such good rapping still.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Um,
I mean, there's not much to be said. My dad played me that album. I was like, what the hell is this?
yeah, like I wish that I could have Outkast more of part of my upbringing, but I honestly really dove into them sort of late in my life when I was early teens. But a lot of the albums that I mentioned were when I was literally like 9, 10, like really young. Like when I first started choosing what I listened to. Number three, I got Ti Urban Legend.
Okay.
Um,
I like that.
just when it comes to being from the South, you know, you couldn't avoid Ti. He was just that guy. I always preferred him as to someone like Nelly. I always liked Ti more for whatever reason. Other South options like Ludacris stuff like that. I just always liked Ti the best. He was a guy where he said he's the king of the South, and I was like, yeah, I sure,
Sounds legit.
yeah, like
Legit.
I agreed with it. So yeah, Ti Urban Legend at three. I think there's not a skip on that album. Just such a great listen. Bring them out. Like, what are you gonna do with them back rails in your mouth? You know what I'm saying? So number two, I'm gonna go super hip hoppy, but again, this is just what I stumbled upon as a child. I got Gangstar Moment of Truth.
Okay.
Um, just Guru DJ Premier, also Houston DJ Premier. Um, just hip hop samples, that MPC boom bap style. Um, Super interesting because like that's obviously an East Coast thing, but DJ Premier being from Houston, and then Guru was just such a smooth rapper, unbelievable. Yeah, just one of my favorite 90s early 2000s collectives. What you got it too?
All right. So two, it's gonna make my Little Wayne list make sense from earlier. I
Yeah.
have the Carter two.
Yep.
Uh this was what 2006, so I had to be 13, 14 at this point in time.
Hmm.
As I said, playing football is what I listened to. Just like you said, Ti said he was the king of the South. I'm just like, all right.
Wayne, best
He said I'm the
rapper.
best rapper alive. I was like, facts. Like,
No,
what are we talking about?
sounds good.
No, it's just top to bottom, just insane. To your point, no skips on that album whatsoever. Uh,
Agreed.
Even like the undercuts for me is some of the best hip hop songs I've ever heard. I feel like. And then at one, shocker, right?
Right.
College dropout.
Oh, I was about to. Yeah, we're not. You're not about to have like not a Kanye record.
That'd be insane, right? Like
Yeah.
I almost made a top. I almost made a five Kanye list, but I was like, that's a little weird.
Hey, and I tell you on that note, I got something for you after this.
All right, what
I
we
got
got?
something for you. Number one, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
I love it. I love
Um,
it.
like if I were to make out of all the albums I've ever heard, Get Rich or Die Trying, top five, top three if I'm not thinking super hard.
Yeah,
But no, Many Men's my favorite rap song of all time.
same,
I'm
same.
very adamant on that. I'm not really budging on that. That's why I get so mad when I ask people like, "What's your favorite song of all time?" Like, I don't know. There's so many. Me, I'm like, Many Men. Next question. But yeah, 50 Cent, Give It Should I Trying, another album, not a skip on there. You got super hardcore rap. You got some like Nate Dogg hooks that are crazy. Some 50 Cent doesn't get his credit as rapping good, but also being super melodic. Doesn't get the credit for that. Like people remember him as a gangster rapper, but he was when it comes to being melodic and really catching a melody, um, writing choruses, that type of thing. 50 was next level and shows it in this album. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions.
I was thinking you would add My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I guess that's a little too later for you.
I'll be honest with you, that was on my list, but that was my same thought process. I was almost 18 by then.
Yeah,
So I was already solidified in hip hop. But yeah, you are right. It was close on my list as well. Um, Honestly, Give Rich or Die Trying probably an honorable mention for me.
right.
Oh, that's pretty much it though. I
Yeah,
mean,
I wanted to like Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Like that album changed a lot of things even later in my life because I was like, man, I at the time I really liked sampley like East Coast soulful boom bap music, but I
yeah.
also love this trap shit. And then Kendrick Lamar was kind of like, we can
You
we can
can
like merge them. And I was like, wait, you could do that? And that changed some things for me. But I tried to keep it like literally when I was developing what I want in music, like these are the
It
albums.
should be
So
younger, yeah, because it's you loved hip hop too long for it to be like at 20. You're like, oh, this shaped me, and it's like, no, this might have helped you grow into hip hop,
right.
but it's not your molding.
Well, really the only other thing I have in music is new music, and this one's for the ladies. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Rhapsody dropped an album. Doja Cat dropped an extension of her last project that was really good.
Scarlet album,
Um,
my favorite albums last year.
yeah, it was definitely top notch. So Rhapsody, I hear you have a spicy take. What we got?
Um, I like the album, and the album got me thinking to why is Rhapsody not very popular, right? And my logic is, hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
I almost feel like she's fallen into that J. Cole trap where she's rapping well, she's making good music, but there's nothing unique about her voice or style necessarily.
Hmm.
And that's I could be wrong, but that's kind of the conclusion I came to is that it's good music. It's good music. It's great storytelling. It's great rapping, top tier rapping. But what's the disconnect? And I feel like that's what it is. J. Cole had to get on different type of beats before his really career took a different route. Because before, what was always argument about J. Cole? Oh, he's boring. He's not. He's just. It was very stagnant the music, so he had to go outside of his maybe normal realm in order to kind of get a change in the audience for his music. I'm not saying Rhapsody needs to make a change. She raps better than I could ever dream of rapping. Uh, but I just feel like that could be the disconnect is that there's a I know that we talked about what her album could be like in comparison to other artists, and to me that's the bold stick out is that there's a just lack of uniqueness in style necessarily. It's very boom bap rap, which I love boom bap rap, but it has the tendency to get a little stale after X amount of songs because it sounds familiar.
Um, so at what time, like if you can give me maybe a year range, did you start hating women? Because like that's
The
crazy.
1996.
No,
Like I said, this is not a bad album. I love J. Cole and people say he's boring. So, but you have to look deeper than that because Rhapsody's been around for a long time, has consistently made good music. What's the disconnect? It's a question you always have to ask.
yeah, I think and we kind of touched on it last pod when we're talking about Drake and Kendrick their beef, where we said, certain types of rap just is not really what's popular right now.
Mhm.
And I think what she's putting out might not be what is being searched for in the midst of like Sexy Red, Lotto, those
Yeah,
that type of female rap. Like that's what gets people going. And then you listen to Rhapsody and it's kind of, you know,
but
not at all that.
I think even when we talk about, and I'm not trying to compare the two artists,
Yeah, you are.
never pit women.
Whenever someone says that, it's like, yeah, you are.
I would never pit women against each other.
Never.
You talk about a Doja Cat put out obviously there was some pop music on there. Let's be clear.
Yep.
She put out a mostly rap album. And granted, the fact she had pop star status prior, so that's always going to budge the numbers, right?
Right.
Um, but we don't make that same argument for her. But I think one of the benefits of her, she has a fairly unique style.
It's yeah, you kind of don't know if Doja Cat releases a record, you kind of don't know what it's gonna be.
And I think tonage, how she raps, you might hear different voices when she raps. Like there's always something different. I think that's what separated Kendrick Lamar from J. Cole. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar's better at making music than J. Cole. Don't get me wrong. But Kendrick Lamar brings a certain uniqueness that you just can't get everywhere.
Yeah.
It's something that will throw like we're over here talking about in a rap battle. He's just screaming all on a track. Uh,
Aw.
I was at a bar this past weekend. Let me tell you, white, black, woman, man are all screaming all in the middle of a diss song.
Yeah.
That's not on accident. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's different tonage, there's different presentations, there's different emotions put into it, and I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm under the impression that, like, when it comes to me and how I consume music, I think there's always an artist for a certain moment and a certain feeling, right? And if I want to chill and be introspective, I'm definitely throwing on this Rhapsody album
Absolutely.
because, I will say that you can tell the Kendrick influence on this album. It's very deep. Some of the topics in which she's rapping about, it's not, I don't expect it's kind of like the Mr. Morale conversation we had when it came out, where it's like, some people are just not gonna like this because it's not what you want to hear,
Yeah,
like
it's a lot
the
of
topics are tough. Like
it's self-reflection. It's
it's
stuff that people
depressing.
aren't talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like, but I personally I like some depressing ass music. Like that's what I like. So this is definitely going to be in rotation. I would go as far as to say, I'm not going to say it's the best album, but when we reflect on this year, as far as the handful of albums that were the best, like, I think she definitely deserves to be in the conversation with this album. It was that good. Um, but what you're saying, there's no way I could disagree with it, just because I definitely get that people are, and you're not even really saying, you're not really challenging the album. You're just saying what's going to get her from A to B? Like, what's going to get her to transition?
correct. Literally, this question came up because I like the album so much.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a negative thing, but it
No.
does beg the question when you hear this music consistently, like, what's the disconnect?
You ask anybody who halfway listens to rap or listens to that knows female rapping, and they say, "Hey, name 5 female rappers." I don't think a lot of people are going to even mention Rhapsody.
Let me tell you, my wife listens to women's rap playlists. I don't
Doesn't
think
know Rhapsody.
she can never tell me who Rhapsody is.
Right. And
She's
yeah,
gonna
that's
listen to it because I'm gonna play it, but it's it's just not like I said. There's a disconnect clearly. Why? That's the question we have to ask.
yeah. I definitely, and that's definitely a I like that aspect of it, because you're coming from a point of, I want to see you win more because you're that good.
Yeah,
Like, I want to see you, because she has, like, her spoken word type style. I mean, it's very like Lauren Hill type.
yeah.
Like, it's
Which
her spoken word is crazy, because it's that's kind of how it's very poetic. Is how I view it. And um, there are some records where she gets a little more up tempo, but for the most part, it's very self-reflective, like you said, and it's definitely not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And if you're someone who likes to listen to, like, a Sexy Red, a Lotto, those
mhm.
really popular female rappers, I don't see you getting
the
too excited for this project.
comparison I always like to make is that your sexy red Lotto is like your candy food. It's sweet. It comes across good. Maybe not the best for
Instant
you.
instant gratification.
It may not be the best for you long term, but it sounds great right now. Versus your Rhapsody is going to be like your medicine. It's maybe a little gritty off the rip, but long term, this is what's going to serve you.
I like it. And Doja Cat also dropping in that same vein. Man, the crazy thing, especially off of these first 3 records on this, I guess, deluxe, if you want to call it, um, Doja Cat, she is so fucking talented.
Yeah, 100%.
Holy if she wants to sing, like, her pop album was amazing, and she
Mhm.
has records on records on that album of just star records. She can sing with the best of them. When she wants to rap, she can rap with anybody. It's unbelievable. And yeah, I'm blown away.
Her
The
acknowledge me, and I was just like, "What is this?"
like Um, the first 3 records on this deluxe, ending with the ASAP record, she's just rapping crazy, and sounds really good. She got a little experimental with, like, the Tizo record, and that was a little weird for me. And then the songs kind of trickled down for me. But what I came away with, and I'm not trying to grade this like it's its own album, because it's a deluxe. A lot of the times they're throwaway records.
Yeah,
If these were throwaway records, those first 3, holy shit! Like, why are you throwing those away? But I every time I listen to her, I have I own like I have her on I have Planet Her on vinyl and I listen to. Like she's so fucking talented and there needs to be some type of conversation. I don't think she's brought up in these rapping female rapper
Yeah,
conversations.
they look at.
It's the Tyler the Creator thing, right? It's
Yeah,
like
that's a good comparison.
when you want to rap, you're so good, but people don't really like think of you like that because you're doing other shit, you know?
It's a
And
great
it's
comparison.
like, if she decided to fully commit to rap, I don't know who could really fuck with her. I'm being honest. Like, as far as the field goes, but she just makes this money doing pop. So why would you fully commit to barring people out? You know what I'm saying?
She's,
Um,
she's let's be real. She's weird as hell, just like Tyler the Creator.
super weird. Yeah.
Super weird.
And there's definitely I have some respect for her. We're talking about like how I try to bring people. I like to see more people in hip hop's corner. For her to just like rap, make this pop classic, and then come back to rapping is super cool. Like you could have just took off and just stayed out there, but you came back. And
It's almost like she did it intentionally.
yeah, no, I super appreciate because I a lot of my favorite artists do the opposite. Like I was a big Post Malone guy, and
Yeah,
you know he just was hip hop, and then now used hip hop to get big, and then out of it.
you treat rap like a stepping stone, and
I
that's when
I
you.
hate that. I hate it. And it seems like it usually comes with Caucasian rappers, but we'll save
Hey,
that
hey,
conversation for
hey,
another day.
not Eminem though.
N- Really no. Like he still wears the gold rope necklaces, like the Run DMC shits. Like he still wears those. He's hip hop to the core. I mean, he sucks right now, but it's like
Hey, new album coming. I'm gonna listen and talk about it, and I'm gonna be honest.
we're gonna listen and talk about it. And there's one fan base online that you don't want to fuck with you. Eminem's fan base is crazy.
Hey, when the album drop,
Them
I'm about to
white
go
boys gonna
crazy.
go crazy. Before we completely get off music, I took a screenshot of this. This popped up on my social media. This is Spotify's top 100 greatest rap songs of the streaming era,
Okay,
and I got the top 10. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 10, go up. Number 10, I got Lucid Dreams, Juice World.
logical. Okay,
Okay, number 9, Pop Smoke, Dior.
okay.
Number 8, Mo Bamba, Sheck West.
No, I get it. That
That
makes
was a
sense.
moment.
It was huge. Talking about a fall off.
Especially being in Texas when Mo Bamba played at Texas. That's crazy.
Yeah.
7. This seems crazy. 7. Travis Scott Sicko Mode at 7. 7.
That's okay.
Okay.
Number one in the house.
6. Bad and Bougie Migos. R.I.P.
Damn.
Takeoff. 5. March Madness Future.
You know I got no problem with that.
Yeah. 4. EXO Tour Life Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say shit. I made a video on Lil Uzi Vert and his fans killed me. So no beef, Lil Uzi
Uzi's
Vert
great.
fans.
I know.
Like, so I made a video. Uh it was like name an album that you started that you just couldn't finish. It was so bad you couldn't finish. And I posted a TikTok of me pointing to his new album. I'm like, this one. And I posted it and I left it alone. And my wife texted me while she's at work. She's like, what did you do? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, check your TikTok. I open it. I got like 600 notifications. And it's just a bunch of little 16-year-old dudes that are just like, this album's a classic. It changed the game. You're trash. You don't know music. And I was never again. I deleted the video.
No, fact. Oh, you soft as hell.
I didn't at the time. I was still figuring out how I wanted to be involved in the hip hop space, but like I didn't want it to be off
Charmin
of
soft.
hate.
My boy is Charmin soft.
I didn't want to be. I didn't want it to be off of hate.
When's the last time
Uh,
we listened to that Uzi album?
I
No, we can move on.
okay. So that was 4. Number 3, Drake, God's Plan.
Makes sense.
Okay. 2, Cardi B, Bodak Yellow.
That's, that makes smoked. All right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then number 1 is Kendrick Lamar, All Right.
Mm,
I feel like the All Right record's a little high.
it is,
You
but
think that's a little high at 1? If you were to ask me what was the
I would
bet,
not thought.
if you would have asked me what is the bigger record in the streaming era, Sicko Mode or All Right, I would have picked Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
honestly.
I think All Right has had it's become like an anthem for certain scenarios. And I
It's like an important record.
correct, which another reason why Drake has or Kendrick Lamar has stopped Drake again. Um, it happens. It's okay. But no, I mean it's become an important record that gets played in different scenarios. Like they were playing those during riots and stuff like that.
Right,
So
yeah.
protests, things like that. So I guess it's higher than I definitely would have thought it would have been. I'll be honest with you, there's no way in the world I would have thought that the Kendrick song would be higher than a Drake song in the streaming era.
Yeah. Like when I think of streaming, like I don't think of Kendrick. I
I
think of like
definitely
Travis Scott, I think of Drake, I think of definitely Lil Uzi. I think of like kind of the younger guys.
Drake is top tier, like instant
He's
gratification.
the streaming rapper.
I listen to Drake more than anybody on earth. I'll tell anybody that.
But who won in the Kendrick and Drake beef?
Drake.
The check came in while we were potting?
The OVO logo just starts popping up.
They sent the contract while we were potting? They work quick. All right. That's really all I have with music. We can shift to basketball.
Let's go.
Um coming off
Playoffs.
yeah, we're coming off of the conference finals are set.
Mm.
We have the Pacers versus the Celtics in the East. We have the Mavericks versus the Timberwolves in the West. Whether you like it or not, like you're gonna get an interesting finals and you're getting interesting conference finals. So
You're
like,
getting a new winner, which
yeah,
is always nice. We went through a phase where it was just the same people. Oh, the LeBron Steph Curry era, as incredible as it was like this 9 years straight. It's like, all right, it's gonna be one of these guys who's gonna win it.
right, yeah,
So it's nice to get to a point where every single one of these guys, somebody's gonna win their first ship.
yeah,
Uh, you have to
right. If you're attaching it to like the star player, like someone's gonna get their first championship.
correct, yeah.
Um, what are your kind of closing thoughts from the last round of the playoffs? You know, the game sevens. What did you think of those series? Any kind of closing thoughts before we break down tomorrow's game?
I hate to see the Knicks go out like that personally.
They're just so banged up, dude.
Oh, banged up, and it's almost like you rather the Pacers go because they're healthier. And
Right.
a more interesting series, but I just love the way the Knicks were playing. Like I'm not a Knicks fan, but if you just love basketball, you could not be upset with how they were playing, how they were fighting through adversity, how Jalen Brunson played and sucks he fractured his freaking hand to in
Broke
the
his
playoff.
fucking ham in game seven. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's tough, man. And they were on the way of losing anyways, to be honest with you. But it's tough. We got to see Ant-Man be just like blossom into superstardom in a matter of weeks, it seems like. We already know he was going to be that guy. But when you get done in the playoffs, it's a whole different ball game, and he's proven himself.
Saw that last game. Like he saw that.
Even when he's not scoring, he's still getting it done defensively, working with his teammates, moving the ball around, being selfless and when he needs to be, and just underrated shout out Carl Anthony Towns.
Stepped up.
There were stretches where he was defending Jokic far better than the defensive player of the year.
You know what? Let's get this out the way. If Jokic is playing, Rudy Gobert,
Sit.
DMP, DMP, coach's
Yeah.
decision. Hey, suit up, buddy. Like, and I mean suit up. Like, wear a suit.
Jokic is looking at you and drooling when you're in the paint.
Look, I get
And
it.
you offer nothing offensively. Nothing.
I get it. Rudy Gobert, defensive player of the year. I don't care if Jokic is on the floor. Rudy Gobert looks. He can't do anything with him.
He looks like he doesn't belong on an NBA floor at all. Which
And it
side note, he hit the nastiest fadeaway shot.
one leg
Who
turnaround
is this
jumper.
person?
You literally text me. You go, is Rudy Gobert dirt? And I'm at Target, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I had to step away. But yeah, here's the thing. Whenever Jokic is playing and Rudy Gobert is on the floor, it's like he's rendered useless as far as when it goes to guarding Jokic. He's not stopping Jokic. The only thing that really stopped the Nuggets from scoring was honestly Anthony Edwards' second half clamping Jamal Murray.
Clamps.
And the last podcast that we had, I said people don't really understand this, but if you look at the advanced numbers, Anthony Edwards is the best defensive guard in basketball.
Mhm.
And that gets overshadowed because obviously he's a big personality, makes big shots, dunks on people. Like nobody's thinking about that. But Anthony Edwards is an elite defender. And you saw that because Jamal Murray was going crazy in the first half,
He
not in
said,
the second half at all.
shut the shit down.
Dude,
Nas Reed played amazing on Jokic in that fourth quarter. After so obviously foul trouble, right? So you're swapping out bigs, but Nas Reed really impressed me with how he guarded Jokic. It was, and that's why I really like Minnesota. That's a team right there. That's a squad from top to bottom. They
you
are
called it, by the way.
so good defensively.
You called it. I mean, you can look at our TikTok, look at our YouTube. Jordan said, I like Minnesota
That's
and
they
rock
showed
with it.
they showed
Yeah.
up.
The biggest second half comeback in game 7 history.
Down by
The
15. They were down by 20 in the third quarter.
Yeah, that
Um,
was, and it really, that's why you construct the teams the way that you do. That's why you have legit number 2 options. And we'll get into the breakdown of the next round, but Denver kind of approached it with we are going to send everybody at Anthony Edwards. We're going to make anyone else score. It just won't be Anthony Edwards.
that's exactly
And
what happened.
and we've seen that in
Shout out McDaniel.
right. And in situations like that, they're saying we're going to take our chances. We're going to shut down Anthony Edwards and we're going to force Carl Anthony Towns to be consistent at 3. We're going to force McDaniels to be consistent at 3. We're going to force Gobert to be more involved offensively. That's what they did, and your guys have to step up.
Yeah.
And they did. And that's what you see. So, I getting into the next rounds, I Denver against the Timberwolves. I think obviously Dallas is going to we're going to see a lot of the same thing. I think we're going to see send everybody at Ant, force the other guys to overperform. But that's where I think the defensive strategy is going to be. Who do you got? Denver, I mean not Denver, Dallas and the T-Wolves. Who do you got?
I gotta just ride with the boys.
Oh,
What I
you're
think is
going all the way.
going all the way. I think what's gonna happen is that this Minnesota team is so good defensively that if you stop Anthony Edwards, right, and that has not happened very often in this playoffs, but if you stop Anthony Edwards and you force everybody else to score, they can put up 95 points and still beat you.
Because
They
they're
don't have
so
to.
good
They
defensively. Yeah.
don't have to hit you 100 to beat you because now we talked about it. When Kyrie is on, he's the best player. Good luck. However, he's shown to be inconsistent. Luka has shown to be inefficient these playoffs. So with that defense coming at him, and then after that, PJ Washington shows us his flashes. But they don't have that much strong offense after that. So I think Minnesota is long, they're lengthy, and they play great defense. And I'm gonna take Minnesota in 6. I'm going crazy.
That's we didn't plan that. We didn't plan that. He just straight up put it out there. I like it.
I like that.
If I can give it my breakdown, so I'll do it like this. If the as far as the role players and the supporting cast, I give the edge to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think they have more depth, and um, I like this. Like when you got Nas Reed coming off the bench, and you got McDaniels who clearly can step up in super important moments. You're talking about really good guys that know their role. As far as which star player has played better more recently, I mean Luca's last game was crazy.
Well, and I'm still saying Minnesota in 6. Let me be clear.
No, yeah, of course.
But if
I would never expect you to come off your opinion.
Luka and Kyrie, if they show out, that's a tough battle.
That's what
That's
I'm saying. And that I texted you last night. I said it's going to be the tag team championship. Who's the better duo?
yeah.
Is it Ant and Cat, 2 animals, by the way, which that's fun, or is it Kyrie and Luca? If you're gonna go with like who's the better season star player, I guess you give the edge to Luca just because been in the league longer, You know what I'm saying? And Ant's still figuring things out. And Ant, say what you want, he struggled last game. He was making the right decisions, getting other people involved.
But
Um,
they did a great job of getting him out of rhythm. And when he got out of rhythm, now one thing that impressed me, and I think you see from a lot of players, when players get out of rhythm, they kind of just stop interacting. He
he
was
was in
creating
it.
offense by playing defense. So
Yeah.
yes, but
He
yes,
he literally was like, "This is what's supposed to happen. Like,
mhm,
I'm gonna struggle. Here's what I'm supposed to do." Um, yeah, man. I'm sensing another game 7. I really am.
wouldn't be mad at that.
I think these guys are gonna alternate wins. I think it's gonna seem like this is the better team. Then it's gonna seem like this is the better team. It's gonna like they're the better team. I think it's gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go T Wolves because I feel like they're just better all around. Like their fourth and fifth option is better than Dallas's fourth and fifth
Oh yeah,
option, and I think it's gonna come down. But this is a heavyweight match right here. Two top 10 players, Luca and Anthony Edwards. This is gonna say a lot. And it's gonna be so and I also told you yesterday that I think this will be the most watched conference finals in history. I do. I think we're gonna get an announcement when it's all said and done. This was the most watched series
it's just
in
great basketball, and
right.
you can't beat that. You have to, as an NBA fan, you have to be very happy with these playoffs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This it in the beginning, like the first round, it was
Little
interesting, but it's definitely picked up and it's been crazy. So let's go over to the East. Boston Pacers.
Celtics and
How
five.
do you see Celtic? You just get right to it. Celtics and
I'm
five.
just being nice, giving the Pacers a game, but I don't believe in them. And I know I'm wrong because let me be clear.
He said, "I
I
know I'm
know I'm
wrong."
wrong because I don't think they deserve to be here, but they've just, as long as, well, let me be clear. Porzingis being out the first 2 games is problematic.
Right.
That's a problem. They got Miles Turner down there that can move the ball around, is a great defender, can get boards, and can stretch the floor. So that's a problem. However, outside of that, man, I Boston's so good as a team. I picked them to be in the
Yeah.
finals before the playoffs even. I think I said that when the season started, when they got
Right.
Porzingis. I was like, no, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Uh, I still pick them to go to the finals. I got Celtics in 5.
Celtics and five. Okay. I'm same breath. I think the Pacers are really good. Like I don't think they're great. I think they're really good. I think Rick Carlisle is a fantastic coach.
Yeah,
He's one of the best in the game. Halliburton has been one of the best point guards in the league.
he came around
Siakam,
at the right moment.
right? Siakam's a great addition. Similar to what we were talking about with the Timberwolves, they have some role players that are like Nimhart has been playing really good. Obi Toppin has showed up and great. Miles Turner kind of turning the clock back.
Yeah,
He looks like a prime rim protector again, and as well contributing offense. They got, I think, last 2 games they had 6 guys in double figures. The last 2 games, TJ McConnell off the bench, the best backup, the best bench point guard in the league.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ, he's been
yes, so it's been. I think they get 2 games. I think Celtics in 6. I think the Pacers will have a good showing, and you're going to be excited for the Pacers next year. But
yeah, that I
the
can agree
se-
with.
and the biggest matchup, honestly, is how's Drew Holiday going to fare against Halliburton.
Yeah, that would
That's
change everything.
that's that's the heavyweight. That's going to be the deciding factor. If Drew is the elite perimeter defender that we know him to be, it's going to be an easy job for the Celtics. But if Halliburton, it says, "Hey, I'm the new guy. You're a little seasoned,
Mhm.
and Halliburton wants to show out. That's going to be an issue. Porzingis being hurt, he's definitely going to miss the first 2 games. They talked about him maybe returning after that, but no Porzingis.
I
Well,
think Pacers win the first game out the wrap, just on a high after that game 7. Um,
okay.
then I've got the next 4 going to Boston.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting the Indiana Pacers NBA playoff record shot 67% from the field in Game 7 against the Knicks.
Insane.
That's I can't even shoot 67% by myself.
Hmm. I can't.
Like
I can
just
either.
layups. I don't think I could do 67%. Like that's crazy. Okay, so we got our finals predictions. Um, kind of some playoff drama. The Cleveland Cavaliers are kind of all over the place. They're like the most. They're in the news more than any team that's not in the playoffs right now.
Got stomped out
Um,
by the Celtics. It's weird.
yeah, and also it's also worth noting that the Celtics and the Pacers they played some hurt teams, and
Yeah,
now and but the Celtics haven't hurt themselves losing Porzingis, but now they kind of have to, now they're going against two dogs, so we'll see. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, extension coming up. I think Donovan Mitchell is one of the most not talked about players. He's one of the few guys that really elevates his game in the playoffs every year.
yeah. It's he doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, back even when he was in Utah, like he was just putting up 40 burgers. And his extension's coming up. I think he's a free agent after this coming year.
Correct.
And there's been some rumors of some dysfunction. JB Bickerstaff, head coach, probably going. Um, some Darius Garland's agent said if Donovan Mitchell signs an extension, Garland's going to ask for a trade. There was a rumor, I think that has been that uh, Mitchell came out and said that it's not true, saying that he has struggled with the immaturity of his team. They're
Yeah.
fielding offers for Jared Allen. A lot of different news coming
It's-
out of Cleveland.
Sometimes
Um,
agents like gotta relax. You know what I mean? Like Darius Garland. Yeah, if you sign an extension, we out of here. Bye. What, what are we talking about?
hey, Garland's nice though, but
Nice, but there's
you're
levels.
not you're not that nice though.
There's levels. Like, what are we talking about? Just, yeah, pick between. I'm sorry, I traded you while you were in the middle of this.
When you were talking to me, I just traded you. Like that's crazy. I'm going with Donovan Mitchell.
That's
Um,
crazy.
I have an interesting team name for if Darius Garland does get traded, him in San Antonio with Wimby.
I
That'd
don't
be
see.
fun.
I need some. Who am I getting back? Because Cavs are only going for win now players.
Oh, Spurs. Oh, you get
They
you
got they
you
got
get
some solid.
everybody. You get Keldon Johnson. You get he's like 19 a game. You got him. I'm keeping Vassell. I'm trading you Trey Jones. I'm
Yeah.
trading you Jeremy Sohan. You get him.
No. Yeah. The dude that shoots weird free throws.
Yeah, yeah, you getting all of
That's
them. You
not.
get
That's not. I'm not mad at that. Now you built a team. The
yeah,
Cavs got
like
a team.
there you go. No,
Bro, you getting traded tomorrow, bro.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So Donovan Mitchell, let's be fun. Let's get it. Let's hop into the trade machine. Let's play some 2K and let's talk about if Donovan Mitchell were to get traded because they cannot come to an agreement with an extension. Where would you like to see Donovan Mitchell end up?
Bias or non-bias?
Oh my God. You gonna say it? Come on. Go, let's do it. Let's do
Send Donovan Mitchell to the Rockets.
it.
I got a washer for you, bro. I got some picks for you. And you know what? I'll throw in Jabari Smith too. What's up?
Like right when I thought that you would say Jalen Green, you're like, no, nah, I'm still keeping Jalen
And
Green.
also got I'm Jalen Green bias, even though I'm so wrong. I don't care.
um, man, so Donovan Mitchell to the Rockets. Hey, you'd see me, I might cry, to be honest. I'm a huge Donovan Mitchell guy. I have a soft spot for Donovan Mitchell because during when he was coming out, uh, in the draft, I was doing film on him and I did not like him at all. I
Mm.
was doing research. I said he's going to be like a Marcus Smart type player. He's going to be inefficient from the field, inefficient from three. He's going to play good defense.
You never
That
said
was
I'd be as good as Trey Songz. Boy, was she wrong?
dude. He showed my ass. I was completely wrong about him, but no, I really appreciate his game and him to the Rockets. Rockets got players like I got Fred VanVleet, I got Jalen Green, I got Jabari Smith, I
All right, well,
got.
let's do Jalen Green there. I don't like
He's like,
that.
hold on. We're gonna play a game later. And it's gonna be fun. But so this is my take right here. I don't know how. So obviously, before I say this, I'm not looking at logistics. I'm not looking at, this player is going to be offered with this pick. I'm not looking at any of that. I've seen teams make things work with less. Okay.
I'm with you.
If the Lakers can put something together for Donovan Mitchell, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, that is the last legit opportunity of LeBron getting a ring. I truly think Donovan Mitchell is the
I don't think it works.
exact player that I think can really propel the Lakers to beat some of these good teams and the Lakers get back to the finals. If it's not Donovan Mitchell, it's over. I truly think it's over.
I think it's over already. Anthony Davis might have gave you his last healthy playoffs ever with LeBron.
He was
Uh,
like surprisingly healthy.
yeah, and I just don't think that's gonna happen again, just based off numbers, like just odds.
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, bro, that's never happening again. I wish health on him, but let's be real. I hate to say it, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't even know how they could do it. They said that they're preparing. The Lakers are going to be in contact with Trae Young and Donovan Mitchell. That's going to happen. We both know it's going to happen. It's
Correct.
all up to the GMs at that point. But I think Donovan Mitchell to the Lakers, given what we know about LeBron right now, what we know about AD right now, I think that three is a legit. But that's a legit. Lakers this year. I never thought they were legit. There's just
No,
not enough there for me. But if you get Donovan Mitchell, you get LeBron, you get AD, I think that's a legit, like they have a shot to win another ring. I
but I
think that.
think that what we've been proven is this big three setup doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, but they're not gonna stop trying it though.
No, no, absolutely. I'm just saying what's going to work. I think it's been proven the big three thing does not work because people have built such great teams. You look at the Timberwolves, you look at OKC, like
It's like drafting and player development is what's building these championship teams.
correct,
But these super teams are trading all of their draft picks, so there's no element of that whatsoever.
correct,
It's
and
tough.
it hasn't worked for anybody as of recently, at least. There was a few years where that worked, but it's over with.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see what comes out of Cleveland. It looks like they're going to have a very active offseason. Speaking of LeBron, Bronny James had a pretty decent combine. They said that the report is he legitimized himself as a prospect. And the most recent report is some teams are going to consider taking him as early as the first round.
We love nepotism, my brother.
And uh, in an attempt to lure LeBron to the team that drafts him.
Solid nepotism. If we are really gonna get LeBron with Bronny James, I want Bronny gone at the third pick to the Rockets.
Just with the third pick, fuck it, full send. We're taking Bronny.
Well, Bronny James averaged 2 points at USC for one season. That's our guy.
I saw someone have an interesting take about it because there's been mixed reviews as far as from NBA scouts, but actual ball players like Baron Davis, like the talking heads of, the basketball media that actually played, they're like he's ready. But like the old scouts are like he's not ready. So it's who do you trust more? The NBA player that's done this or the scout that maybe hasn't that's just been watching tape for forever.
Yeah,
Um
I think both have some levels of bias and truth to what they do. I don't know.
I'm not
Hard to
on
say
this.
somebody's ready when I have not seen them compete at a high level, and we're just
I
going to perform in the NBA.
Well, but that's kind of the Thompson twins. They didn't even play college ball. They played in like a no defense AAU league. And it's like they kind of don't care. It's just they want you to bring your physicals, right? Bring your
Yeah,
intangibles and then try to mold it at that point. I'm not on the Bronny hate. I don't love him, but I'm like, yo, you can obviously hoop because you're in this conversation, right? He doesn't suck. That's the thing. Like he's not bad.
yeah,
And LeBron's your dad. Obviously, you have. Hopefully, I'm gonna hope that you have that mentality, that work ethic. He did have like a heart attack a year ago or some shit like that.
yeah. It's kind of crazy.
So that's kind of concerning. But apparently, all his health is good. He apparently had a pretty good scouting games and stuff like that. So We'll figure it out, man.
It sounds like he's going to get drafted regardless. He's going
I
to it.
I think the Lakers pick him up.
I can see it.
The Lakers are going to draft him. I've seen some reports that say if the Lakers, I think he's going to get drafted. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this reports that if the Lakers don't draft him, nobody will. No, he's going to get drafted.
I think people he'll put butts in seats, which is enough.
Yeah, that's like
send him to San Antonio with Pop and let him train and get better, and maybe he pans out with Wemby. What, like,
a little football comparison. It was like Tim Tebow. It's like you traded for him after you knew he couldn't play, just because you're like, hey, this is gonna be good press.
Good business decision.
And I truly think he has a shot of being a good player in the league. So
nobody's asking him to be LeBron James. Like, let's be clear. That's not what this is. But if you can be an awesome, I think somebody compared him to like a Davion Mitchell or something like that. Like that's
fine. Yeah, Davion Mitchell, he averaged about 4 points last year. So there you go.
Yeah, right on brand.
Yeah. So I want to play a game with you. Okay. What stuck in my head was our Kawhi Leonard conversation last podcast. So I'm gonna play a game. I'm gonna name Kawhi Leonard and another player, and you tell me who would you rather have right now, considering the future, the present, everything.
What's my team? That's got to be a factor, right?
Whatever.
Okay.
We'll just like, here we go. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna start easy, and then we'll move on. Okay. Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna start like kind of lower, then we're gonna get bigger names. Okay. Kawhi Leonard or Jimmy Butler.
Give me Kawhi.
Okay. You thought about it though, right?
I know I thought about it just because I got to think of age. I got to think of health. There's a lot of factors in there.
Okay. Kawhi Leonard or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay. There you go. Kawhi Leonard or Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie.
Okay.
That's a health conversation.
Kawhi Leonard or Tyrese Maxey?
Tyrese Maxey.
Okay. Kawhi Leonard or Devin Booker?
It's so hard because he's in shit shape right now. Devin Booker.
And Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan, come on.
Yeah. And then Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Okay. Kawhi Leonard, Victor Wembanyama.
Victor, because I'm building a team. You know what I mean? Like Kawhi is such a huge factor.
That's why when we were talking about our players last pod, I was like, I don't see people putting Kawhi on any type of pedestal, given just what we know.
But be clear, I did say when healthy, Kawhi. That was kind of my caveat. I get it. Health is what they said. The best ability is availability. Yeah. So I get it, but a healthy Kawhi is a different animal. But when are you gonna get it?
It's just the name of the game. So now we're gonna play. Who would you rather have? Jalen Green edition.
Oh shit!
He's like, I don't know. Okay.
Jalen Green every time.
Okay. Jalen Green or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Okay. You're not so far gone. Like
I'm gonna get crazy.
We can still save you.
The bigger names you get, the more insane I'm gonna get.
Okay. I'm gonna try to. Okay. Jalen Green, DeJounte Murray.
I actually would take Jalen in that situation.
Oh no.
I don't care.
Fuck you.
Has DeJounte Murray ever been a player of the month? I don't think so.
I'm sure he was popping triple doubles back when he was in San Antonio. Okay, Jalen Green or Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
Okay, so I'm trying to gauge.
This is tough. Never mind. I'm not
gonna... no. Finish the thought. We're here for the clips, man.
Because what if Jalen Green can go crazy in playoffs too? Then it's a different discussion.
He's gotta get there first.
I'm sorry, not everybody can play with fucking Jokic.
That's a fair point. No, you got a point there.
Give Jamal Murray his own team, and I want to see him do the same shit.
That's a fair, honestly, I can't argue with that. Jalen Green or Tyler Hero.
Jalen Green every time.
You know what? We gotta get more clips for the internet. So
I'm such an insane, like, realistic Jalen Green bias. Like, is this
yeah,
a wrong take? Probably, but whatever.
no, it's like if he's gonna be on my team, I might as well just ride for him.
Pause.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just with Diddy at the top of this episode, everything
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah, when you start with Diddy, it just goes all downhill from there. Jalen Green or Mikal Bridges. That's my last one.
mm,
Because
Jalen Green.
they were kind of talking like
Jalen Green, because he's not going to jail, so that's nice.
no, Mikal Bridges, not Miles Bridges.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
Mikal
hold
Bridges.
on.
I just scared the bridges scared me.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets,
You gotta go.
Mikal Bridges.
It's hard, but you gotta go Mikal just because the defensive side of it.
And like how he just doesn't miss games ever. Well, neither
Ever.
Jalen was
Jalen's pretty healthy.
100%. He was
Jalen's
100%
pretty
last
healthy.
year. All right, well,
But Mikal Bridges plays great defense on top of everything. I mean, he
yeah,
ain't Jalen Green, but he plays good defense.
he's not as good looking as Jalen Green, but
What the kids say?
I'm waiting for that to be like a factor for you. Like we
No,
talk all this analytical basketball, and you just like, you know what? Jalen Green's a pretty motherfucker, all right?
the part I like about the kids on the internet, man, but he ain't got that aura though. Like, you're calling him fine.
Like
Like,
you're just saying like he's good looking.
no, he's sexy. I mean,
It's like
aura.
you
He's not
see,
aura.
like I don't care about his jump. You see how smooth that full skin is.
No,
Like
he got hella aura. You just called that motherfucker sexy. I seen it.
that's
You go
crazy.
crazy.
You see Kevin Porter Jr. going crazy overseas.
Nobody cares.
Like
Fuck.
he had a triple double, and it's like only the 11th triple double in EuroLeague history.
Because he's playing people like me.
Hey, don't all the real basketball fans are gonna come at you.
I don't care.
The EuroLeague, they be going crazy.
They never seen me go crazy before though. He's not in the EuroLeague.
That's true. That's true. You could be like D1 and no one knows
Yeah, no. I'm definitely not 5'9".
at all.
Nowhere near there.
That's all I got on the agenda. Anything pressing? You want to share your parlay that you won?
Oh, crazy. So, all right. And he didn't give me enough respect on this, right? So he did the first game and he's like, man, let's do this bet. I was like, cool. He set it up. I followed it. I gotta tell my brother, ride till I die,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about how he fucked my shit up. He said Tyrese Halliburton, more than 8.5 assists, finished with 6. Jalen Brunson, less than 7 assists. He got hurt. He fractured his ankle, and he had 9.
He turned into John Stockton that game for some reason.
OG Prospects was being kind.
He played 5 minutes.
OG, they were being kind. He probably would have beat it, to be fair. Josh Hart, more than 14.5 rebounds and assists. 13.
Yeah, but once Brunson got out, everyone wasn't gonna do shit.
And then Andrew Nembhard, less than 0.5 steals. He got that shit in the first 5 minutes.
He had 0 steals the last 5 games. I'm like, this is an easy one.
No, I don't like the under 1 steal because weird shit happens. I hate that
I'm
bet.
like, this dude has 0 the last 5 games. But
let me tell you how I went stupid though.
Let's talk about your bet.
I put $5 on it because I don't have faith in myself.
Right.
But obviously I get busy. Let's not
shout out Prize Picks. Let's be a sponsor.
Yeah, please. I'll wear OVO hat and a Prize Pick t-shirt. Make this work. Holla at your boy. Jaden McDaniels. This was a demon pick, right?
Yeah.
Over 1.5 threes. Give me 3. I need that. He got 3 for the night.
Okay.
Miles Reed, more than 8.5 points, 11. Slight
Let's
work.
go. Slight.
Aaron Gordon, less than 14 points. That boy had 4.
There you go.
4. I had more points than that last night. Karl Anthony Towns, more than 8 rebounds, 12. So my point is, not only did I win these bets, I smashed that shit. Like, let's be clear. And I won 50 off the 5. And I tried to put my boy on. You know what he did? He didn't follow my damn bet, and he lost.
Okay. For whatever reason, I can't do Prize Picks.
That's crazy.
When I try to sign up for Prize Picks, it says it can't verify my identity, and it won't let me play. It won't let me play. So I go on a different, and I didn't have the same legs as you. But
never could. So I get it.
No, but no, I thought it was. I said great picks.
Sometimes you can't run with the kid. That's why you ain't got the same legs. I get it.
No,
I understand.
that's a crazy one. So 4 won you how much?
$5 won me $50.
Oh, 5 won you 50. Look at easy.
I was stupid.
And we back at it tomorrow.
Oh, back at it tomorrow because I
Yeah.
gambling problems.
All
I'm
right.
like Drake, yo, gambling problem, drinking problems. What's up?
Is there anything near and dear to your heart that you want to share before we hop off?
No, man. Go Wolves, go Rockets, go Jalen Green. I don't know.
Go OVO?
Yeah, no, go OVO pending the deposit.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here. We got a lot more content to upload. 2 videos a day I've been uploading. So
Ooh,
follow
get
the socials, Bench
Mhm.
Player Podcast. Check us out everywhere. But we out of here, and that's a wrap.
Yes, sir.